Aloha, welcome in. I'm so excited you're here to join me for this quick, gentle yoga practice. So let's get started. We'll begin in a standing posture. Go ahead and pick a place in the space that you're in to ground down, feet hip-width distance apart, turning your arms to the sides, palms facing outwards so that you have this calling to attention stance, anatomical position. And then at first, just feel your feet pushing, stretch your feet down deep into the mat, pushing your feet down in to feel that activation through the rest of the muscles of your legs. So notice that difference real quick. You can just sort of stand passively, your fingers can just sort of be relaxed, your toes can be relaxed, and that's fine. But then there's a difference when we start to create the intention of really showing up. So feel your feet push down, stand a little bit taller and prouder, and then as you spread your fingers wide and turn your palms out, there's the activation we're looking for. Roll your shoulders down your back, pull your belly button to your spine, broad chest, and then head over your heart, feeling proud and feeling ready for a new day full of so many possibilities. Take a big breath in here and a big exhale. Good. Now bring one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly and close your eyes and start to draw inward focus so you feel this connection to your spirit. I always like to have us focus on the three parts of ourselves: mind, body, and being. And I believe that the being of the word human being really lives in this space between the third and fourth chakra. And this is where you can connect to your intention, your deepest desires, your good vibes, loving kindness, appreciation, and gratitude. The source of all the goodness is here. So just pulling inward for a moment and noticing how you feel. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Not quite ready to set an intention, just allowing ourselves to arrive. Let's focus on a little bit of movement and breath. So pranayama, releasing your arms down to your side, palms facing forward. As you inhale, I want you to imagine you're inhaling from your feet all the way up through to the crown of your head, keeping your eyes closed. And then as you exhale, pulling that breath down from your head to your toes. And then do that one more time and scan your body like a laser moving up through your body. Even if you're not noticing everything, the rest of your body, your subconscious and your conscious body will, right? It will collectively pull in what it needs as you align. And now on your next breath in, breathing all the way in, I want you to get to the very top of that inhale and just hang out with it for a moment. Maybe even count how long you can hold that inhale breath. Just suspend in the air with it, be with it, notice it. Notice how it fills you up like a balloon. And then before you exhale, you're gonna pace out that exhale, but before you let it out, see if you can sip in a little bit more air. And now pace out the exhale. Instead of just the exhale just dumping out of you, pace it out, nice and steady. Then get to the bottom of that exhale and hold onto it as well. Snap your belly back towards your spine. You're gonna feel that contraction of your body, wanting you to take the breath, but just hold onto it. And then push out that stagnant air, just like you inhaled real quick, push out the air real quick. Okay, so we'll walk through that together one more time. Inhale all the way into your body. Get to the very top of your inhale and just hang out with it, notice it, feel your body, feel your mind, feel your spirit. Sip in that air. And then pace out the exhale, steady and controlled exhale all the way out, all the way out. Hold on to it, let it hold on to you. Push that little bit of breath out. And then do this one more time on your own. Just feel your way through. Notice what you notice. And then after you finish this breath, even if you're not quite there, I just want you to know where you're going. You're just gonna let it dissolve and then relax your body, relax your hands, relax your toes, relax your fingers, and just dissolve into the space of you. Normal breathing here. Open your eyes. Let's bring in some movement now. Inhale, reach the arms up, reaching into your full potential. Exhale, hands come towards your heart. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, so we're creating movement with breath. Exhale, hands towards your heart. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands towards your heart. And this time, go ahead and follow them all the way down into a standing forward fold. So fingertips reaching towards the floor. Now I'll be adjusting on my mat just to help give you a little bit more demonstration, but as much as possible, focus on your body, your practice. So feet still hip width apart and bringing your fingertips to the floor, or you can cross your hands at your elbows and your forehead can kind of rest on your forearms. And then try not to be too rigid here. If you can, create a little bit of mobility, Move around in your torso, your hips, wave your arms around, shake your head yes and no a few times. Just trying to get unstuck a little bit here. Then hands will come to our shin bones with the breath in. Ardha Uttanasana, so belly up in towards spine. Think hips and tailbone back and heart and chest forward, shoulders roll onto back. A little hugging of your navel up and into the spine. Bending the knees as much as you need to here. And then we're gonna reach the arms behind us. Activate through your triceps. Reverse rise into mountain pose. Reach the arms out, up over your head, breath in. As you exhale, hands come through heart into that nice deep forward fold. Let the knees bend as you come down to the fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale back into your fold. Let's do that one more time. Halfway lift, lengthen. This time bring the arms behind you and reaching out and up. Looking up slightly, a gentle back bend. Hands will come to your heart. Bring the palms to touch together. Reach them up over your head. Side body stretch, Ardha Chandrasana over to the right. Now, rights and lefts can sometimes be a little confusing in yoga, so just know that you're going to get both sides. So whichever side you're on works. Trust the process a little bit. Don't get hung up on the details. And then let's take the other side. Keeping the heels of your hands pressed together as much as possible. Think about biceps moving back. Turn your gaze up to the ceiling. Let's come back up to the top and add in a twist. I'm going to twist to the right first. Right arm forward, left arm back. Left arm forward, right arm back. And then twist. So you have your right hand forward or back, or your left hand forward or back. Twisting from belly button up. Come back up to the top with your inhale. And as you exhale this time, we're going to bring hands to heart, bend the knees, and take a little bit of a squat. And then we're going to put in some of those initial first movements together here. So reaching the arms behind you, and then come up to standing. Inhale, a little bit of a back bend as you look up. Exhale, hands to heart, find your squat. Your feet can be together or hip width apart. Reach the arms behind you, come to standing as you lift up. One more time, exhale, hands come to heart. Reach the arms behind you, lean forward a little bit more. Swoop up into your day. Now this time we're gonna pause in our chair pose. So hands come back to heart, sitting down and back. Weight is off the toes and in the heels a little bit more. Hands are at your heart. Arms can also reach out in front of you as an option, or if you want traditional Utkatasana, biceps in line with ears. So just check in here, take a breath in. And a big exhale out. Now shift the weight into your right foot, crisscross your left ankle over your right thigh for figure four. Now if this is a little bit too much of a balance challenge for you right now, then you could go ahead and just crisscross the legs and bring a toe to the floor and take eagle legs instead. Otherwise, we're going to work into this nice little external hip opener, sitting down and back. Hands at heart. Stay active with your hands at your heart. And then slowly rise to standing. Take your hands, support underneath your thigh, and kick your heel out a few times. From here, we're going to reach the leg and the arms behind for airplane pose. Pause here. Think about navel pulling back up to spine, reaching your arms behind you. And then slowly bring your hands towards your hips, bend the front knee, and step back into warrior one. So you have 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. And go ahead and adjust yourself here so that your hips are pointing straight forward. Back heel is grounding you, front heel is grounding you. Once you feel grounded and level and neutral in your hips, hands can stay at the hips, hands can come to heart or reach the arms forward in front of you. Remember, you always have the option of bringing the biceps in line with the ears. Okay, so feeling equal weight distribution from front foot to back foot. Think about the inner thighs kind of hugging, rolling in towards one another. And then you're trying to tear your mat apart. Your front foot's trying to reach forward, your back foot's trying to reach back, trying to tear the mat in half, so activate. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, we're gonna lower the arms, reach them slightly behind, and then hinge forward into that diagonal lean, pulling belly button in towards spine, rolling your shoulders down your back, looking slightly down towards your mat. Then reach your arms forward, so getting a little bit more core work here. And then hands towards the back of your head. Now, we might be on different sides, which is totally fine. We're gonna get both sides for this twist. So go ahead and just twist to the right maybe. Lower one elbow high, one elbow low. And then Twist to the other side. Lower one elbow down, one elbow up. And then slowly bring center, heart and head, and then rise back up. Reach your arms high or reach your arms forward. This time straighten your front leg and fold over the front leg for a pyramid pose, pyramid stretch. It's okay to bring this back foot forward a little bit more for support. Draw your chin in towards your throat and just let your forehead soften towards your shin. Level the hips. If it's helpful, you could take your thumb to your hip crease and kind of help guide it back a little bit. Couple more breaths. Then start to look forward, broaden your chest, shoulders down your back, and just simply step back foot to the front. Halfway lift, lengthen, deep forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins, arms behind you, reaching up all the way into your mountain pose. Hands will come to your heart center. Sit down into your chair pose. And now we change sides. So finding your figure four stretch, ankle cross thigh on the other side. Hands come to heart and pause here. Remember, you can also eagle the legs instead if that feels better for you. Slow down your breathing and your focus here, checking in, noticing how you're doing. Ask yourself, how's it going? How are you showing up for yourself right now? When you come to standing one leg mountain pose, hands support underneath your thigh, and then try a couple heel kicks. Pause here. Let's work into our airplane pose. So releasing your arms behind you. Starting to find that nice capital T shape with your body. It's okay if you wobble. It's okay if you fall out. That's all part of the process. What we learn here on our mat are tools for our life off the mat. How to find alignment, how to find patience, how to be less critical, how to find balance in all the things that we have. Slowly bringing your hands towards your hips and then taking our time to come into our warrior one, step back. Good. So adjust your feet as you need to. Feel stable, hips pointing forward. Hands out heart or hips or reaching arms forward or up over your head. Front knee bending over front ankle. And just let your body start to find equilibrium here, balance. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, reach the arms behind you. Let the hands and the shoulders naturally rotate. And then leaning forward, pull belly away from front thigh. Now bring the biceps in line with the ears. Full expression of this nice diagonal lean. Core is active. Bending your elbows, hands towards the back of the head. And then let's take our twist. So whichever side you want to twist on first. Feel like this is so yummy for the spine, the hips, the low back. Come center again, head and heart. Lift your head back up over your heart, shoulders over your hips. Take that breath in here, reach up. Oh, that felt good. Exhale, we're gonna take our pyramid pose stretch. So bow forward to the earth, fingertips to the floor. Tuck your chin into your throat. Take your time, arriving and adapting. So interesting when you're upside down, the breath changes, right? The exhale is more effortless. It's easy for it to just spill out of the body. Just enjoy this stretch. Enjoy that you're doing movement for your body, your mind, and your being. We'll take that halfway lift, so hands to the floor, looking forward. Step the back foot to meet the front foot. Return to your halfway lift, deep forward fold as you exhale. If it's in your practice, try finding a deep squat here, coming high onto your toes, bending the knees, dropping your hips low, pulling your chin in towards your chest, forehead towards your knees. Squeeze your legs with your arms. Let exhale go. Slowly come back into standing forward fold, head below the heart. Try a little tuck of your chin up in towards your chest, like you're going to look up towards your belly button. And then sit into chair pose, arms reaching forward. Take a twist. So bring your hands to touch, like you're going to clap your hands. It can be right arm or left arm back, the other arm stays forward, and we're just going to alternate these twists. Now, if this is a little bit much on your knees today, come to standing instead. As much as possible, keep your hips square so you're twisting from belly button up. You're going to take 3 on each side. Back into your chair pose, palms facing down or hands at your heart. Sit down and back with the breath in. And then lower the arms, come to standing, breath out. Take a couple shoulder rolls here. And then hands return back to heart center. Breathing in deep. Exhaling complete. And that brings us to the end of our standing practice. So at this point you can move on into the rest of your day, or you can pop into another class with me. I hope you appreciated this moment to ground and know that you can stand into your practice. You don't even have to be on the floor, on the ground. Practice and movement is wherever you are ready to show up for it. So thank you so much for being here. Namaste.